And we're here reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to Live Hip Hop Daily Studios for letting me
Yes.
host my podcast here. This is Draya Ivy, and this is the Ivy Talks podcast. Today, I have the pleasure of welcoming upcoming superstar, amazing artist.
Oh, stop.
I got to give you the rollout introduction. Miss Levay, what's good?
Hey, what's up? What's up, Draya?
What's
It's
going
good
on?
to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for coming through. How you doing?
Thanks for having me. I'm doing well. Enjoying my Saturday.
All right.
Day off. It's nice to finally meet you. I know we spoke a little bit before meeting, so it's good to actually vibe with you in person. So.
Of course. Of course. No, of course. I mean, good energy is always good energy, and it's great for me to connect with other artists who are doing their thing and are upcoming, like myself. You know what I'm saying? And we're out here doing our thing, creating content.
Yes.
And just keeping it going. So, like, let's let the listeners know a little bit about yourself. So, a short bio. Who's Levay?
Levay. I am from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Nice. Shout
Born and raised for the later part of my life, like growing up as a teenager. But before that, I lived in New York with my mother. But
What part?
upstate New York, Albany.
I'm from Queens.
Oh, okay, yeah, not the cities. My friends always tell me, don't say New York because Albany is not New York. Say Albany.
Yeah, Albany's New York, but it's
It
borderline
is.
Canada.
Right, it is.
But,
Yeah, that's why I had to get out of there.
And niggas was
But
like, that's Canada.
it's cold as fuck too. So me and the cold do not mix.
Right.
But yeah, I grew up there for a while with my mother, and then I moved with my dad. So, very, very close to my dad. I'm a daddy's girl. Always have been, always will be.
Shout out to Pops.
Yes. But yeah, I've always wanted to live in Atlanta. Ever since I went on the Black College tour, the first stop was Clark, Atlanta. I was like, oh, I'm going to move here. I want to be here. And so
Nice.
I just never ended up getting here until about 2 years ago. And so I'm just out here following my dreams and,
So just 2 years?
grind. Yep, a little bit over 2 years I've been here now.
So what's your experience been?
I love it. So many opportunities, even with me beginning to do the music thing, because I'm still very new at it. But just even in the short period of time, all the opportunities and the people that I've got to meet out here, it's just a dope place, especially for young black people.
For creatives?
On the grind and for creatives,
It's a
definitely.
very dope place. I agree. This is A3C weekend also, so I know
Yes.
all the madness has been going on. But it's a vivid reminder to me, and even us sitting here, like, it's a vivid reminder to me, like, how creative this city really is.
Right.
And that's
It
what I
is.
try to tell people, like, even all around the world, like, I haven't touched every continent yet, but
You will.
that's the plan. I will. But, even being in Europe, like, you see the difference in culture. You see how they perceive even American music, X, Y, and Z. But it's just amazing, like, the power of music, man.
It's very powerful.
So, like, all right, so you're down here for 2 years in Atlanta, which is now, like, the
Black
Mecca.
Hollywood, right?
Yeah, like the Hollywood and the music
Yes.
mecca of America. So, and your experience has been positive thus far. So, what
Definitely.
would you say are, like, your intentions in the music industry? Like,
I really want to just create dope music that I would want to listen to, because I feel like I have a really good ear for music, and if I think it sounds good and I enjoy listening to it, then I know other people would too. So I just want to create really dope music that has a good message and
content.
Yes,
All right.
yes. And just use whatever platform that gives me to really make a change in some type of way. Since I'm a teacher, I'm all about changing things.
Oh,
But
we just made the conversation more interesting. Oh,
Yes.
you're a teacher.
I am. I'm an educator
Nice.
in the city of Atlanta.
What grade?
Fourth grade.
Fourth
I teach
grade.
fourth
My daughter's in
grade.
the fourth grade. That's a sensitive spot.
Yes.
Oh, man, we
It's an
definitely are on the
interesting
same
grade.
page.
I love those kids. They do. I do.
How long have you been teaching?
This is my 5th year as an educator. This is my 3rd year in Atlanta teaching.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's been interesting. I love it.
So you feel that inherent, like, I'm a teacher, I'm affecting these young children. and how they're
definitely.
like, so how do you feel about that in terms of, like, inspiring their creativity?
I always tell them I'm not here, even though I'm your teacher, I'm not here to tell you what to think. Like, I'm here to teach you how to think. And so whatever that may mean in the classroom, in life, being creative, I just want to push that message to them because I really want to change their mindsets and let them know that you can do whatever you want to do.
Whatever
You
you
can
want to
do
do.
whatever you want to do as long as you work for
Kids,
it.
whatever you want to do.
Yes. Those are my babies. Those are actually my biggest fans.
That's
For real, it's
dope.
my first fan base.
The thing is that kids are very honest, though.
Yes.
Kids are honest, and honestly, there's times where my daughter will come up to me and be like, "Mom, like, yo, check out this song," and I'm like, "I didn't even heard about this artist or this song or whatever," and it's trending.
Yeah.
You know, like kids are in the loop with what's going on in social media, what's going on in music. I mean, it is the market. Like, you know, I've even considered getting into making kid songs, honestly.
Yeah, I'm down to do that too because those kids, I want to tell you, when I made my first video for my first single called One For Me, YouTube does like this countdown premiering your video. And like I watched it live and the kids were the first people in the comments like, "Go Miss Broadway." The next day like, "Miss Broadway, I saw your video." I'm like, oh, it's really dope. It's really dope to have them look up to me. It's also a lot of pressure too, you know.
Of course.
But I let them know I'm not a perfect person.
Right.
Nobody is. But there's still a certain standard that I have to maintain as an educator and as somebody that wants to work with the youth.
Right. So what would you say like made you pursue something in the music industry as an educator? Like, you know, like some people may look at it like, how would she even find the time? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just curious, like, what inspired you to say, like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do?
I make the time. There's lots of sacrifices being made, trust me. Where I bring my daughter to the studio and we're there till 1 a.m. She's sleeping on the couch, and then I have to wake up at 5 a.m. to go to work the next day, and I'm just really tired, but I push through it because it's something I want to put my effort into and really make happen, and it's not gonna work if I don't work. So
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Do you write your own music?
I do. But lately I've been working with other artists and songwriters like Flux. Shout out to I Am Flux.
Shout out I Am Flux. What's good,
dope
Flux?
Producer, dope vocalist, dope songwriter. So
All around, yeah.
yes.
So,
And my other song actually co-wrote with one of my homegirls. She does music too.
Shout out.
Yeah. Tokyo, Shanae, you know who you are. Yeah, she writes music and raps. So
Dope.
you know, I have a lot of dope creative people around me. So
That's important. So just curious, like, who are some of your influences? Like, who would you say, like, yo, these people made me want to like touch a mic?
Definitely Aaliyah,
Yeah.
TLC, just really like 90s R&B is my thing. That's my jam.
Me too.
I'm always playing some old.
Something about 90s R&B, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it just makes you feel good. It's just that whole vibe is just me as a person. Like even with like Aaliyah and TLC, how they're just sexy and laid back and just cool. One of those just chill vibes. And
but meaningful. They made meaningful music.
Right.
They did.
That
like,
too.
because they're especially TLC.
TLC, yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I'll go, even my daughter would like, the other day, she's like, "Can you play No Scrubs?" I'm like, "What you know about No Scrubs?"
Right. Oh, she
Like, what are you
knows.
talking about, No Scrubs? I'm like, what? You know, like, or I'm pretty, like, and she knows these songs.
Yes.
Like, how does my daughter, who's a whole different
Right,
generation than
right.
me, but
It's
they
a
know.
message. It's the
There's
message.
a power. There's a power in making that kind of music. Like, you
Right.
gotta admire it. You can't knock it at all. So
Not at all.
that's dope. So what has been like, because I'm curious, like, as a woman entering the industry, and you're relatively new, of course, and, you know, just like myself, and that's cool, because we're going to body this shit anyway.
Definitely.
Like,
Gotta start somewhere.
What has been your experience so far? Like, have you had any negative experiences dealing with people in the industry or anything like that?
Yes, I have.
Tell me.
Just this one producer I was working with, you know, I don't know. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe sometimes I'm too trusting or too like, oh, this person has my best interest at heart. But sometimes they really don't, especially in this industry. I'm finding that. But this one producer I was working with, you know, I let it known from the jump, want to make music. Like, I'm serious. But then it turns into like asking me for a date, and then when I said no, then it was like a whole different vibe, and it made me uncomfortable. So then I had to stop working with this person, and which is sad because it was a good vibe, like professionally for music. But then if it don't vibe right with me, like the energy and like how you making me feel, then I'm not gonna keep myself around it, no matter what you can do for me. Like,
no, I hear you. I mean, because at the end of the day, like, what's the guarantee?
Right.
You know,
right.
like, that's kind of the thing too. Like, all right, you may make me all these promises, but what's the guarantee that this is actually going to come into fruition? Like,
Right.
how do I know that you're going to keep your word? Like,
Right.
I mean,
right.
that comes into play, but sexism is real.
It is.
It's real, but it's real in
unfortunately.
every industry. That's the thing.
Yep.
Like, it's real on every platform. So to
Right.
me, it's not surprising, but it's just
what it
people,
is.
They try to use their power as leverage, and a lot of people get away with it, and so that's why they do it. But I mean, it is what
I'm
it
not
is.
the
You
one
gotta.
for that though. I'm not.
I hear that. No. I bravo to you
But-
because a lot of people fall victim to that.
I've heard
But
it's true.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's just the dark side of the industry.
It is. But I've been blessed to find, dope people who have my best interests at heart, believe in me as a person and as an artist, and that's all it is,
Right.
It's professional, but it feels like a family at the same
That's
time.
important because that's when like when you're connected to someone and y'all are making music, it's like there's like a transient kind of like energy
Right.
that happens in the room, and it's like you're bouncing
Feel
off that person
comfortable.
and that person's bouncing off of you, and it works.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it flows. Like so. Like let me ask, because I'm curious. Like what do you think you could bring? And not to put you on the spot like that, but like what do you think you could bring like to the table that would be different, or maybe something that you feel is lacking in the music world now?
I don't feel like it's lacking right now. It's like people like Janae Aiko and like her. I really love their
Yeah, her is
music.
great.
Just people who
She's dope.
seem very genuine in their music, and they're not. I like Ari Lennox. It's just
She's dope
their
too.
own vibes within themselves, and it
Right.
just feels like it's genuine, like music that, like I said, like they want to listen to, that they
Right.
think people would like too. Just no like bubblegum pop stuff that you feel like let me make this because everybody's gonna want to hear it. Like
Right.
I don't want to make music like that. I mean, I would be willing to, but what I want to focus on is like music that I think sounds good and that I want to hear, and that if you don't like it, that's fine. Somebody will. There's gonna be a lane for me somewhere, But I like people like that.
Nice. I respect that. So if you could set up like any world tour today, right? And like say, let's just say hypothetically speaking, you're opening up for this person, or reverse it, they're opening up for you. Like actually both.
Okay.
You're opening up for a person, and someone's opening up for you. Who would you say?
Be like
It can be anyone.
Brent Faiyaz. He's dope.
Okay.
I love his sound. It's very different. It's still like R&B, hip hop, but it's a different type of vibe. And I like Lucky Day. I don't know if you've heard him. Yes.
Yeah, he's dope.
It's two people.
Smoke some more?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Love him. Love you too much. I missed his show here in Atlanta. I'm so disappointed. I wanted to be there because he does like intimate shows, and that's kind of what I want to do as an artist too. Like, not a big stadium blow. I mean, if it gets there, then I'll do it, But I feel like I vibe more with people if it's more close and intimate, and I feel like the fans would appreciate that too.
So, have you performed yet?
I have not. That's the one thing I have not done yet. I haven't. I'm still very new at this.
Right.
I've only been doing it since last summer. And so
That's
I'm
like a year.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
like
of
taking it
course.
seriously. But I do know I need to get out there and just do it, just perform. And I will.
You should.
Yes.
I mean, and like, do you have any insecurities about it?
Not really insecurity, but just I've never done it before, so
Right.
naturally I'm gonna be nervous. But
Right.
once I get up there, I know myself and what I'm capable of. That I'm gonna kill it. Like I know I'll
You
be
are.
fine.
Let's go. Like, all you gotta do is just
Put
do
yourself
it.
out there
Yeah,
and do
put
it.
yourself out there and
That's
do
what
it.
I learned.
And then you're gonna pick up your own. That's the thing.
Right.
Like, like to a lot of creatives, like sometimes we don't know like how people are gonna perceive our work or how they're gonna perceive our performance. But sometimes, like I think you said this earlier when we were speaking, like sometimes it's about just going with your heart.
Right.
And just going with what you feel and really following your intuition on something. Like, this is something I'm creating and I'm putting it out into the universe, and it's gonna be.
If I'm genuine with it, then
Right, like it's
what's
gonna be
come back
received in a
is
certain
genuine.
way.
Right.
No, that's dope. That's dope. So you have that coming up. So are you currently working on any? So you are working on like a project.
Yeah, I'm recording right now with other artists under the production company, Beltline Music Group. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
But yeah, I'm working on music with them in the studio. But just now about to start putting together my own project.
Dope.
So I have some songs that I've already recorded that I want to go in and kind of tweak a little bit now that I have a team of people. And so, yeah, just working on trying to come up with like a little EP sometime in the early 2020.
2020
Yeah.
vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in the next year.
That's a powerful year.
Yeah.
That's a powerful year to do that. So like, where do you feel like? Let's get a little intimate here. Like, where do you feel you draw inspiration from to create the music that you're creating and that you want to create?
Definitely,
Men, life,
yes.
Like politics, like what would you say?
Just really my own experiences. Like I want to be very authentic with things that I'm writing about or singing about in my music. It's like things I've actually been through, or things that are actually happening to me right now, or inspiration from how I want young black kids to view me and the message that I'm giving in my music. I think about all those things,
Right.
you know, as an artist and also as a mother. I have a daughter who's 10, and she sees me doing all of this. Like,
Right.
she sees me being tired and going to work and being a teacher all day. And she sees me caring about those kids for real, like they're my real kids. She sees me in the studio tired and then getting up for work. Like, she's watching all of this. So I just want to continue to be that model for her. Like, you can do whatever as long as you work hard, and you're gonna be tired, but you're gonna get through it, and that she could do anything herself.
Salute.
Especially as a young black woman
Of course.
in this world.
No, that's a beautiful message. I mean, no, and I resonate with that because I feel the same way with my daughter. You know what I mean? Like they pay a lot more attention sometimes than we realize, or
Right.
even when we do realize, you don't even realize like the most
The
minor
little
of
thing.
things that you may
Right.
do that they're like, I remember that.
They're watching.
And you're like, yo, like, you remember that I dropped the pen? Like,
Right.
something stupid.
You were paying
and, like,
attention.
They remember, but they're paying attention to you. So it's like a constant reminder of, like, gotta do better. You gotta
Right.
keep going.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we gotta keep going. We gotta keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever
sure.
life may throw at you, it's about
Right.
maneuvering and, like, just
Learning from those experiences.
learning
for
and
sure.
keep going, man. Like, that's beautiful. No, that's a beautiful message. So basically, would you consider doing anything else in the music industry? Like, say, you know, would you write for other artists? Would you manage maybe somewhere down the line? Like, would you consider doing other things in the industry?
Yes, definitely. I would love to write for other artists too, and manage artists maybe later on in life. But just something in the industry that has to do with music or
Versatile.
Yeah, I would love to do that. You know, as a career.
Right.
Still, like as an educator right now, I absolutely love my job. It's a tough job, and you know, but I believe those kids, they need somebody like me that really loves and really cares about them and wants to see them be successful. Black people, especially like in this country. I work in the inner city of Atlanta, actually like right around the corner from here, and so it's a rough neighborhood. And I just really want them to see that there's something else after this. This is temporary where you are, what you're going through.
Right.
But I definitely would like to continue to give back to the youth in the inner city, even as an artist, wherever this may take me, you know.
Right. So, do you have anything interesting or any other hobbies that may surprise some of your new fans and followers, and anything about you that may be like kind of left field? Outside of the fact that you're a teacher, like I'm not saying that's left field, but that's actually really dope.
Not really. I love to travel.
Who are you in the club?
Yeah.
Who are you in the club?
Oh, me in the club? I'm the one sitting posted on the couch, drinking my drink, and just observing everything else going on
So you're
around
in the
me,
cut.
vibing to the music.
So
But
you're in the
yeah,
cut
I'm
with
in the
it.
cut. But if I had enough drinks, I might get up and do a two-step or something, you know. But I always tell my friends, if you see me up and dancing with people, it's time for me to go home. It's about time for me to go.
So, like, all right, let's get a little personal. So, are you currently? Because I know this is a struggle for certain artists. Like, are you currently in a relationship? Like anything that's like 100% commitment, meaning like marriage?
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
so you got the
not.
flexibility to travel.
Yes.
Since you mentioned traveling.
Yes.
You have the flexibility to record.
Yes.
I mean, and tire yourself out the way you've been describing. Like, I respect you
Right.
for that.
Yes.
I do. I really do. That staying up till 1 and waking up at 5 is not, come on.
Yeah.
That's not a joke. And then dealing with how many kids?
At school, it is 18 different personalities.
Jesus, no.
5 days a week.
I don't know.
Okay, and you never know what type of day you're about to have. You really don't.
Oh my God.
Because they done been had a bad morning at home, and then they come and bring that shit to school, and you like, oh damn, now I got to deal with you all day and your bad attitude.
So you actually are, on a segue, you actually are the perfect person for a kid's song now.
Yes.
I just realized that, like,
Yes.
you really are. Like, you work with kids, you're a mom, so you see it from like 2 different angles of the room.
Yep.
Like, oh,
Yep.
we got some work to do.
It's interesting. Yes, definitely. I'm down for that.
We got some work to do. So you say you like to travel.
I love traveling.
Would you, where are some dope places that you've been to? And would you ever consider like doing like a world tour and all that?
I've been to Thailand.
Nice.
I've been to Colombia. I've been to Jamaica. I just went to Senegal in Africa this past summer.
Nice. Africa, the motherland.
Yes, it was beautiful. But yeah, I would definitely love to be a part of a world tour and meet different people. I'm a people's person, and I love traveling, so I want to see how people live in other places and like what makes them dope in their country or their side of the world. What is their music like?
Right.
I like all different type of stuff, and so it'd be really cool to get to travel and meet people from all over the world.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's certain countries that you may go to where they don't even speak English.
Right.
But they rock with your music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you never know what kind of demographic you could really touch.
Right, right.
And I mean, it gives you a sense of culture. I mean, it's dope. It's dope. And you have a lot of R&B artists. Like, oh, that's another thing. Segue again. Would you put yourself in any genre or category?
Definitely R&B. Definitely R&B. I want to go towards like a little soulful R&B.
Okay.
Side, yeah, definitely.
Soulful R&B. I think that's the first time I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So like neo soul, basically, like
something like that. But I still like the R&B and a touch of the hip hop, in it. So I don't know what you would call that. What genre that is? Maybe it would be my own genre. Right. I don't know. So
all right. So perfect studio session. Let's get interesting, right? You could have any producer you want. And then you can have any songwriter you want on your team, and then a feature. Who's in the room?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I gotta ask.
It's a good one.
All my focus question.
Producing wise, I'd have to say whoever produces Brent Faiyaz's music. Have you heard of him?
I've heard of him, but I'm not like an avid follower.
Okay.
But now I am going to check
him out. His music is a vibe. It's different. Like I don't even know what to call it. It's definitely R&B. It's kind of hip hop, but it's different. It has a different vibe. What he's talking about is not what everybody's talking about. But I like how his vocal arrangement is and the beat and everything like that. So I would,
the full blown production.
Yes,
okay.
The production.
No, I'm gonna vibe. I'm gonna vibe, and I'm gonna come back and check in with you.
Yeah, check him out though. He's dope.
Okay, so he would be who? Your feature?
Like a producer.
Okay, he's a producer.
Yeah.
Okay, so he makes beats too.
No. Whoever produces his music, I'm saying. I don't know the producer's name.
I get it.
But yeah, whoever produces his music, I would like him there. Yes.
Yeah, I hear that.
Like singing wise, like a feature on my song, I would love to have do something with Mary J. Blige. Yes, I grew up listening to her, and My Life album is like one of my all-time favorite albums.
That was a great album.
Period.
That was a classic. No, that was.
I could listen to it from start to finish.
Head, then you know about that album.
Yes, I would love to have her, not as a feature, as a songwriter. To write something for me.
Dope.
Yes. Feature wise, anybody dead or alive?
Anybody, yeah, anybody.
I say Tupac. I want to do
Oh,
something with Tupac
we got a
because,
Tupac fan in the
of
room.
course, I grew up listening to him. My dad is a big Tupac fan.
I'm a huge Tupac fan.
And just with the message that he used to put in his music,
Right.
just his vibe and everything, You know, I'm sweet and I'm laid back and I'm chill, but I have a little bit of gangster side on me too. Yeah, and people say that, like, I didn't know that you would be like that, but
Right.
I am sometimes, and I feel like I resonate with how Tupac was as a person, his heart and his mind together.
No, I definitely I agree with you 1,000%. Like I wrote my senior thesis paper in high school about Tupac.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
oh
did.
dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Like I've written, like that was a huge research paper, and like that I followed his poetry. You know, as a poet, I followed his poetry, his music, his movies, like all of that. And I'm a huge fan of that as well. Like just somebody who resonates some real shit, you know, to where it's like, nah, that's really the person. It's not even just an act. It's not just
that's him.
Them being an artist. They really feel this fucking way, and they really feel strongly about that. And
I'm gonna tell you.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole premise behind art, is that it's supposed to be heartfelt.
Right.
It's supposed
make
to be
you feel
meaningful.
something.
It's supposed to make you think something, feel something.
Right.
Move you in some kind of way, but not just. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so when you hear people like Tupac speak, even you know what I'm saying, outside of his music, just when he spoke,
yes,
it just the whole room.
The
would,
things
like,
that he
freeze up.
cared about.
The things he
just-
cared about.
Just
I mean, I'm sure his mother and her background with the whole Black Panther thing played a huge part in it.
Definitely.
His upbringing, his education, you know what I'm saying, him going to art school, X, Y, and Z. But it's like, you know, I think that's the beautiful thing about certain creatives, like, because we have, you know, I guess I don't want to say we're smarter than the average, but I guess we are. We're smarter than the
I
average.
feel like creatives
Yeah, like we
have a little
usually-
something different.
Yeah, we usually got something else going on up there that's a little bit accelerated. But, you know, we see the world in a way that is different. Like the colors are different.
Right.
And then I just think we feel a need to put that out there. You know, some of us, but we don't. Sometimes you may not know exactly how. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Like, do you ever see yourself making like a conscious record?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Definitely love Kendrick Lamar, your J.
Oh,
Cole's, and that's all my type of vibe right there.
So am I. We're
Yes.
on the same page on that one. We are. Like, I mean, I
Don't
think
get me wrong though. I do like listening to the trap music. It's a time and a place for me to
The
listen
Migos
to
and all
it.
that.
Yeah,
The Migos
I will
and,
play some Future.
The Baby.
Yes, Lil
Oh,
Baby,
yeah.
Da Baby, Megan Thee
Baby.
Stallion. Like
Megan Thee
I
Stallion.
listen to all that
Shout
too.
out to all of them. Yeah,
Yes.
they're dope. No, they're dope. I mean, it's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Right.
So it's like your song, your single, your new single, Come Over. A lyrical breakdown.
So, I'm telling my dude, you know, I can take an Uber right to your door, and you know, I've been drinking some brown. Something brown is in my cup. I've been drinking on it, and I'm feeling good. You know how you get when you got some Hennessy or some Douce, and it gives you some liquid courage.
Yeah, to be a little more bold and expressive with him.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'll come over there and do all those things I was saying I was gonna do. Now you
Right.
thought I was playing, but let me come over and show you.
Right,
But
right.
it's just a sexy, you know,
It is sexy. It's
vibe.
a sexy,
That's
dope record.
I feel relatable for women and men.
Absolutely.
You know, when you feeling a type of way, and it's like, let me come through.
The thing is that most women don't want to, I don't want to say most, like a lot of women don't like to admit that part because of the double standards. Like,
Right.
but yes, women definitely anticipate
Yes, we feeling a way too.
on the so anxious tip. So that's pretty bold for you still to come out with that as a debut, somewhat, you know, still like of you really breaking through the music industry. Like you didn't feel like kind of nervous saying all that?
No,
at first,
not at
no?
all.
It's
When
just
I was
you?
writing it, actually, me and my homegirl, the one I was telling you about, Shanae, we were drinking wine, just fooling around. And I was like, let me listen to this beat right here. I want to write to it. And then immediately in my head, I heard Aaliyah, Come Over. I heard that sample in my head, listening to the beat. And so I was like, let's put that in the song. And then we had already been drinking wine. So I was feeling myself, you know, not for a dude, but like for myself, I was feeling good drinking my wine. And I was like, yeah, let me say that. And then thinking about like the things that I do say and like what a man might think about me saying those things. And like, okay, so now I've been
You'll love
saying
it.
all these. And
You're like, oh, what did she say? Well, what's that?
let me come show you, matter of fact.
Yeah, let me, where you at, girl?
Yeah, so that's the type of vibe that song is. But
So let's talk. Have you written anything about your daughter?
I haven't, not yet. Like I'm still new, but I have written certain things that talk about me being a mom, you know. But haven't recorded those ones yet. But yeah,
No,
she always is telling me like, I want to be in your videos. I'm like,
Oh, my
well,
goodness.
Come Over's not the one. That's not the one you're gonna be in. But
Right.
there will be ones for you. So
That's cute. No, I mean, Come Over obviously isn't the one.
yeah, you ain't gonna be in that one, boo.
It's
But
not gonna be that one. So, do you have any music videos?
I do. I have for my first single, which was called "One for Me." That one's out on YouTube. I shot that on New Year's Day in Miami on the beach.
Shout out to Miami 305.
Yes.
Hometown, home base.
I had to because the song is kind of like Afro Caribbean type of vibe, and so I'm like, I need to be on the beach shooting this video with palm trees and the water. So I did that, and then I'm shooting the video for "Come Over," my latest single, next weekend actually.
Dope.
So I'm excited. It's gonna be sexy.
It sounds like it. You already got everything laid out. Everything
Yep.
is already ready.
It's ready to go.
Oh man, do you get nervous? Like, do you ever feel like nervous in terms of like shooting a video, even in terms of expressing your music and
yes,
vision?
of course. Like I said, I'm chill and laid back. I wouldn't say I'm shy, but it takes for me to feel the energy around me for me to come out of my shell, you know. So at first I'm always more timid than usual, but once I like start feeling myself and get into it, I'm like, I could do this, and then I just do it because it needs to be done, you know.
Yeah, you have a very laid back, very chill vibe about you. I love that. I love that because I can't imagine you getting upset almost.
It takes a lot to. Now I can get upset.
I believe
you know?
that. I believe you can. I'm just trying to envision it. I'm like, she's so cool. Like
I'm very go with the flow type of person, but like when you do something that does set me off, I'm like, I can get mad. It just takes a lot to get me there. If I feel disrespected, that's really the thing there. Disrespected.
Right. So do you ever see yourself like stepping back from educating? Like say, you know, with the music and let's say things get way too hectic. You know, like would you step back from that, or would you still feel like, nah, this is still something I gotta do?
I would definitely leave the classroom. I would say as a teacher in the classroom, most definitely. But like I said before, I would love to continue to be able to work with children in the inner city in some way, shape, or form. Like even if it's not me directly there, maybe start a nonprofit, like a program for kids in the inner city. I still want to keep my hands in education and working with kids, especially in the inner city, in some type of way. So
I like that. You got that philanthropic vibe going.
Yes.
No, I mean I respect it because I feel the same way. I think as creatives and as we get older, the more that we learn, it's important for us to share that with the next generation. Like, on some real, you know, like,
definitely.
It's not just all fun and games. We can let them be kids.
Right, for sure.
But we do kind of have to school them. Like, especially now with social media and all the madness that I don't even know where you could, like, even filter certain things from children nowadays.
Man, I keep things so real with my kids, and I feel like that's why they respect me, and, like, we have a good relationship. Most of the students in my class, is because I keep things so real. I'm like, you know, I love you, but you're getting on my nerves right now. You're not doing what you need to be doing to be successful, and I'm gonna keep on staying on your ass. I don't say that, but I'm gonna stay on your ass because I know how great you can be, and like, don't get in your own way. Yeah.
But imagine, like, once you take off in this industry, right? Because that's what we're gonna call it in existence, right?
Yes, it is.
Once you take off into this industry and they see you, you're now like a model to them. You know, like now you're not only their old teacher, you're someone who took off in a completely different industry that's already fairy tale-ish.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's already like, oh, you're going to be a songwriter, you're going to be a singer, you're going to be this. Like, anything that's in entertainment, most times people look at like, it's outrageous.
Right.
Until it becomes. And then
Until
it's like, oh, okay, it's not that outrageous, was it? Right. You know what I mean? Like, but you could set that, and you will set that type of tone. And that's dope.
Yes.
That's dope, for real. I salute you for that. Because it's important, because it's going to touch them in a certain level. It's going to touch even the industry on a certain level. You know what I'm saying? When they speak on you, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, she's a teacher, blah, blah. Like, all of that adds on to how dope of an artist you will become and you are, because those are your grassroots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it kind of
explains what makes me.
Yeah, man, and that's dope. I love the fact that you came by.
Thank you for having me.
No. Thank you. I want you to let the listeners know, like, where can we find you? What's up? You know, Instagram, all social media. What's going on with you?
Okay, I am __ Levay
Two
__. So it's 2 underscores before, 2 underscores after. Levay, Levay on Instagram, and on Facebook.
All right.
On Twitter, Levay Music @Levay Music. My music is on all the streaming platforms. I have 2 singles. It's called One for Me, and the other one, my latest one, is called Come Over.
All right.
Yep. So and look out for that video for Come Over. It's coming out soon. So
I'm gonna be looking out for it.
yeah,
I'm gonna be like, send
sexy,
it to me
sexy
vibes.
vibes.
Send it to me as soon as it's ready. But anyways, again, thank you for coming by.
No problem.
And to everyone in the room and to all the listeners, keep grinding, keep shining, keep the dreams alive. This is Draya Ivy signing off, and this is @_Ivy Talks. Make sure you follow. Yeah.